Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where on Sundays, in my morning session, if I don't get to the free readings or any of the donations, anything like that, I do come back on and complete every reading. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I don't do that because it became too much and I had to balance, how that goes. But Sundays, I make sure so that if anyone's been trying, at least you'll get a message on Sunday. So that's what we're going to do. There is no chat in this session because I'm not taking any new requests. This is just finishing up from this morning. And after I'm done, I will post a comment and pin it listing the order in which the readings were completed so you can find your reading more easily as well. So a big gratitude and thank you for all of you for your patience in getting to your readings. And I appreciate all the donations and my YouTube monthly channel members, anyone that purchases any of my other services, which I do offer personal readings and some other things. There's a link in the description box below. You can see everything that I offer. Um, and a big shout out to my host who allows me to live here rent free in her basement. And that's her way of giving back to the world, she says. So we are very grateful for that too. So I do have two donations that I'm going to finish up, and then I will get into the free readings. I did get to all of my YouTube channel member free readings in this morning session. So this one just has two last minute donations that came in, and then all of the free readings. I didn't get to any non YouTube channel member readings this morning, so that all those will be included in this one. All right, so there we go. I'm going to continue to use this beautiful Sufi tarot by Yeda Hussein. I'm probably murdered that. My apologies. So we will start off with Supernova. So Nova, thank you so much for all of your donations this morning. And for this last one, you wanted to know, what do spirit guides want you to know for the upcoming October? And you said October is your favorite month. You wonder if spirit guides, yeah, they know all, right? That's the great thing about our spirit guides. They're not judgmental. So don't be afraid that they know every one of our thoughts, every one of our emotions, everything that we've been through moment to moment, second by second, all the way back to when we were in our mother's womb, all of our past lifetimes, all our other lifetimes, and even the rest of this lifetime. But they keep that shush shush because they don't want to ruin the surprises that we have coming up. So that's why they'll share us like when we're asking for October, they'll share us the things that they want us to be aware of, but they won't give us anything um, where that'll influence our power of choice because they just want us to. It's more like, here's the weather forecast. What you do with it's up to you, right? So that's what they're going to give you. All right. So upcoming October, what do you want Supernova to know about this upcoming October? They do want those and that. All right. So the bottom of the deck, you do have the Nine of Swords, which is the Nightmare and Insomnia card, but it's a good card to get because it is an ending card. It means that you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are those small t truths rooted in past fears, and you're overcoming these. You're ready to release them. And up to this point, you have kind of some exhaustion on some old mindsets, some old things that you're ready to release. And October is a month of release around these things. Let's see what else they have here for you. Yeah, you've got the Son of Staves, which is the king, not king, the Knight of Wands, fastest moving horse. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of action, a lot of energy. So October is a month where you get a lot of energy back, coming back to you. That's allowing you to have this bright. I just feel like this is like almost like the star card because there's this candle in the night, and it's like this hope that's coming in here. And I like that. Sparking of energy, movement forward. I like it. And then you have the Malika of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. This is a card of balancing between the head and the heart. So we like that, right? Balance coming in, especially after seeing that. This is the queen has this ace of swords that allows you to cut away these small t truths. So you feel very empowered in the month of October. You're probably getting some tools and some ways of transforming some of these old ways of thinking so that you can move into new ways of thinking, higher ways of thinking. And again, it feels like that's where a lot of this energy comes back towards you too. Yeah, here's your look at two eights. You got the eight, which is the strength card, which is Leo energy, stepping into your connection with your higher self here, which empowers you and allows you to see the inner strength that you have. And this eight of swords is like the eight nine of swords, but the eight of swords is you're becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that used to blind you and bind you, make you feel trapped and restricted and small and powerless. And there's this release of these old ways of thinking, and this is where this empowerment comes in, because you're realizing a big important thing is being reinforced that you know that you have everything that you need inside of you. That's your higher self. The infinity symbol with that maiden, that's your higher self. This is your human self. You have this great relationship and understanding that's coming in the month of October. So I like that. Yeah, and the three of swords. Yeah, this all of this expectations equal disappointment and release. So this awareness, when we get the three of swords, it's amazing to find out that the story that our heart can be broken is a lie. We have, of course, a very powerful heart. Our real heart is eternal, supernatural. It's so strong it cannot be broken. But I know, but why do I have these ugly feelings of heartbreakiness in my life? Well, we come down here first of all on purpose to experience that, and so they want us to make sure that. But there's clarity that comes in when we're ready to realize the story, the made up story around heartbreak. We are told that that feeling in our heart where it feels like someone's pricked us is actually us going into fight or flight mode. If you've ever had anyone startle you or cut you off or whatever while you're driving or something like that, you're like, you have that feeling. Well, that's that same feeling, but the difference between like being startled by someone and then realizing you don't need to be scared of it and then it immediately goes away or goes away after a couple seconds, when it's an emotional scare, which we have this belief that when someone does this or treats me this way, this means I'm unlovable, rejectable. We have these fears of being rejected, fears of not being enough, and fears of failure, all that stuff. Well, it loops. So as long as we're thinking about it, we keep experiencing the same emotion because it usually only takes like 90 seconds, something like that, for an emotion to do its full, you know, flow through the emotion. But if we're feel like heartbreak, it means we're getting scared over and over and over and over again because emotional trauma or emotional fear that gets ignited, we usually don't go, oh, let me just process that right now and transform it. Okay, gone, and then it's gone. No, it's normally here. Um, it takes us time to get over it and move through it and be able to, get it. And when I say get over it, it's like get over the initial shock of it. And then we calm down because we don't. If we get distracted, we forget about it until we remember it, and then it activates again, right? Or when we go to sleep, it stops because we're not remembering it. We wake up, we're fine till we remember, wait, I'm heartbroken. Here it comes again, whatever fear activated it keeps going in circles. So I feel like in October, you learn a lot here about the Three of Swords and clarity around, wait a minute, I can't be heartbroken. My heart can't be broken. It's a story, and let me change my story, right? And then also for October, you have your little Akashic records. You have a speak up, which says, what are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. So I feel like with counseling, I feel like you'll make some breakthroughs there. Speaking up, sharing something that's been bothering you that you're afraid to say, but you have a safe environment with your counselor, to be able to share that with them. So it's important for you to speak those things and get it out into the open. Right. So that's what they have for you, for a little bit of what's happening for October for you. All right. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All righty. And then Maria, you are up next. So, Maria, thank you so much for your donation. And then you also had a free question I saw. So, rather than have you try to go find it, I'm going to do your donation and then I'll do your free reading right after this. So, you'll have them both side by side. All right. So, let's take a look here. So, the days of our lives, Sunday afternoon brunch version. So, what are Walter's feelings and thoughts? So, feelings first. Okay, feelings and then thoughts. Okay, and then any updates on moving out. Okay. And then he said he has something for your desk. What is it? Or clues? You don't want a surprise? All right, we'll take a look here. See what clues they have here. All right. So the feelings for today, yeah, we got the, emotional stability with the Four of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a new spark, it's new attraction, new energy, heightened energy. So, and with this Four of Cups, the Four of Cups is like normally there's three cups that they're bored with, and then there's a third, the Ace of Cups is being offered. This would represent they see you and they know that you are different, and they're recognizing this and it's becoming more attractive to them. That they're like, you're not like other women that they've dated before or been in relationships before. And they like this strength that you have, and that you don't come across as needy and stuff. And what's great is because he used to choose needy people because he liked feeling like a hero. He needed that at a point in his life, because of our low self-esteem and things we experienced when we were younger. We can get a hero complex where I need to be a hero, so I'm needed, I'm wanted and validated, right? And that hasn't worked out well. Of course, those relationships generally don't, and unless they transform, and those didn't. So he sees you differently, and he likes this because we reach a point in our life where we're tired of being used as a hero. We want to be accepted as we are. And you kind of come across as like a heroine yourself. Like you're able to give, to them as well. And they're like, whoa, this is different. So I like that. And then their thoughts about you. Let's see here. Yeah. So you got the Malika of Staves, which is the Queen of Wands. So they do see you as someone very fiery, very passionate, very go, 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 and very intuitive too. And the Ten of Wands is that you are like it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of attraction, and they understand this, and they understand, you know, the draw, that they have for you, but they're also this is what they're thinking, and they're realizing how much of a physical and energetic attraction they have for you, um, and they're trying to leave it there. Again, they're trying to be honorable and not act on these things, but there is a huge attraction, and they're just like, "All right, dude, come on, snap out of it. Let's create a friendship, and let's see where it goes from there. Don't jump into anything. Don't ruin this, kind of thinking that's coming in there. Any updates on moving out? Well, yeah, we got 2 7. So there's some obstacles. It's taking a little bit of time, longer than they want. Seven of coins, Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit. So it will happen, but there's some struggles, and it's happening on purpose. Whenever we have like a slow moving, especially with two sevens, sevens are odd numbers, which odd numbers are like obstacle in the middle. Think of three on each side and then a big one in the middle. So if that wasn't there, like a six or an eight, there's a flow. But with an odd number like a seven, it's right there in the middle. That's just some thinking and mindsets that's keeping them, some fears, keeping them from making the leap, like not having enough or coming up short financially and different things. So they are trying to figure it all out. And, but they are facing these thoughts and beliefs of deception and lying and, um, having things stolen out of their life and feeling cheated. And so they're working through those too, which is important, through the process, of course. All right. And then what is it for your desk? Well, look, so you got the Leo energy, the lion. This is your strength, right? Here's that inner strength we were talking about. So I feel like it's going to be something that represents the fire and just an appreciation of the strength that you've been, a little, um, something feels I know you probably can't have fire like a candle or whatever at your desk, but it's something that just feels bright. But it is a gift of gratitude for, being the rock. So maybe it's going to be a rock. But I feel like that the spirit is like, just let it be a surprise. Don't worry, about trying to figure it out. Go with the flow. Enjoy it. I know you're like, I'm so excited. You're probably gonna go to work early, be waiting there. What is it? What is it? What is it? But regardless of what it is, have no expectations on it, and just let it be what it is. Appreciate it, right? So that's what they have for that one. Oops, actually, before I do your free reading, let's also give you your Akashic Truth Oracle. All right, actually, you get two here. Yep, so you have Release Judgment, which says holding on to judgment, whether of yourself or others, only clouds your vision. Release it and see the world and your path with clearer eyes. So, yeah, letting go of the judgment against his ex and the situation and all that, because we don't know what past she's had and the kind of stuff that has, reared its head was a cry for love. They just didn't know how to maturely, if that's a word, ask for it. They asked for it from a place of a small child, um, you know, demanding it, right? A little 2-year-old goes, I want it now. They didn't realize how they could ask for it. You also have detach. So detach and release judgment. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. There we go. Trust the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. Yeah. So don't need to control it. I know it's difficult when you have feelings for someone I know and you're excited for where it may lead and where it may go, but we do have to kind of detach and enjoy the journey, not try to rush to get to a certain thing in the future, right? Right? Okay. And then your free reading was what would Walter like to tell you? All right. So what is Walter's higher self wanting you to know? Not Walter the human. So let's take a look here. Yeah, he'd want to tell you here the 9 of staves, which is the 9 of wands. It's perseverance. They're like they would tell you, hang in there. I'm trying to balance my life with the 2 of pentacles, and I'm going through a huge death and rebirth. So, it's important that, to know that this barrier that you might feel of, that things are, um, you know, it's like there's a forest field keeping things for you guys too fast, too close, that there's a purpose behind it. And that once all of this is done and there's this rebirth and they have this, balance achieved and get things going, then we'll see where things go. But just it's kind of like be patient and understand what's going on with them, which I know you do. But this is what they would tell you. It's like the most important thing that I feel like they would have come up, that they feel like, uh-oh, if I don't act on this, if I don't give you what you want, then I'm going to get the wrath like I've always had from other people. But that's the thing, is that they're realizing I want to be honest and truthful and upfront with you, because then, everything just works out, and and there's nothing to hide and nothing to fear, and there's this transparency and um, open communication between the two of you. So that's how I feel like they'd want you to know, which is pretty cool. All right, so that's what they have for you, Maria. Thank you again for your donation. Appreciate you. All right. So now we'll move into the free readings. And as I mentioned earlier, any of my YouTube channel members, which their names were in green with their little badge in the earlier session, I did get through all of those before I finished up this morning. So this is just for the non-YouTube channel members. I did not get to those, so we'll start at the very top, working my way down the list here. Let me take a sip here real quick. All right. So up first, we have Macaroni. Hello, hello. So you want the general for the next 48 hours career-wise. All right, let's take a look here. Okay. All right. You have the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups is a card of past relationships coming back, past life energy, childhood energy. So it's a lot about history. And that's interesting. I don't feel like it's something coming back to bite you in your butt or anything like that. It feels like in the next 48 hours that there might even be some recognition for some things from the past, and this progression, and um, and even someone possibly who has left or was like on your team or you worked with, that it's an old job, an old position, an old acquaintance or workmate is coming across your path in the next 48 hours. And it's an important one for it to happen. But I just feel like there's recognition for the past, but also someone or a position, something job related, does come back from your past here too. So I like that for you. So, because they're reminding me of like, I remember the first day I started at a new company, I I saw all these people I knew that had also applied and got the positions previously at the company. I'm like, hey, hey, hey. It's like that's the kind of energy it feels like, is like there's this recognition of people, but also recognition of job done in positive ways coming in here. So it feels good. If you don't have a career currently or a job, I feel like something from the past, comes up, and it almost be like updating your resume, making sure everything's captured, making sure that um, it's not overdone, but specific enough that really accentuates your experience and what you've done too. So I like that. Also, and it's a lot from one card, I know, but Spirit does blah 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 blah. The Six of Cups, thinking back to the childhood, like a childhood dream. It's like your career. There's this, and this may not be over the next 48 hours, but I feel like is unfolding in your life. It's going back to a childhood dream of what you wanted to do, who you wanted to be, that it was kind of squashed and going, oh no, you can't be that. You need to be something more realistic. and I feel like it's like revisit some childhood desires and dreams to influence your career as well, right? So that's what they have for you, Macaroni. So many blessings to you. And then Kelly, you are up. So I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. If I could get a career and finance reading for the next week. So career and finance. Career and come on. Finance. Wow. So finances seem to be doing good with the Ace of Pentacles. That means a new source of income or a new flow of income that's coming in. So we like that. The Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, is movement of emotion that comes in here as well. So I feel like this one is more the finance and this is the career. Again, this is kind of like almost feels like a rainbow. It's like following your dreams rather than being, caught up in your head about what your career is supposed to be, should be, need to be. I've worked all these years, did all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. So this is what I should do with my life. But it's not what your heart wants to do. And this is like this Knight of Cups is this quest to find out what does my high heart want to do? What does my high heart want to be? And that. So I like that for you. It feels like, kind of like we're just talking about with Macaroni a bit about finding a unique way in which you want to express the unconditional love in your heart with the world. And what is your true career? What is it you truly want to do? Not what you've been told you're supposed to do, not the dream that maybe you've been living where you feel like you're existing, but this is something that makes your heart sing, makes it want to dance. So I like that for you. In this next week, I feel like we got big reflective energy with Libra, new moon, solar eclipse. We're just coming off of a lunar super full moon eclipse in Pisces, very interreflective. So you probably have been thinking about some of this, but I feel like it's like, how can I bring those dreams into fruition? Can I alter my course? Can I bring what I do now with that together somehow? Or is it time for me to leave or start taking steps and planning steps to live my dream instead of existing, right? So hopefully that helps, Kelly. That's what I feel is coming in for you right now. And then Day Sturgis, you want to know the rest of September. What, the 2 days? Boom, boom. Can you believe it? We're almost to the end of October. My goodness. So let's see here. What do they want you to know here? All right. Yeah, you definitely have some change that's coming in here because you got 4 cards, so you normally only do 1 or 2, but they had 4. You got the Page of Swords, which is clarity and a new way of thinking that's coming in here. You have the Ace of Cups, which is really it's like the heart wanting to be expressed. It's interesting. 6 of Swords is leaving behind old ways of thinking and actually movement to new ways of thinking. Can mean travel as well, but it definitely mental change of thought with both of those thoughts has you think about things differently and kind of maybe take a course, make a course correction. And the Daughter of Staves, which is the Page of Wands, is a new heightened energy, a new desire, new activity. And this could be this new adventure. But I just feel here that you're kind of being drawn with this clarity and this change of thinking. I almost feel like you want to plan a vacation, research some travel, and see where you want to end up going here because there is this so much energy of change and movement and living your heart's content, and it almost feels like you need to like get away from a situation where you're at right now, just like this desire to, it's like you're feeling like you've been in a cage and trapped and you're ready to go go go, I want to go somewhere and visit somewhere. I don't know if it's necessarily visit someone, but I feel like it's like you want to visit somewhere and it's good. It's really supported with all of that, especially if it's crossed water. The Six of Swords is about travel across water, but I like that for you. I feel like it will give you some good perspective if you can get away from everything, see what it is that you truly want when you can sit with your own mind. So I like it. All right, so that's what they have for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. And then we have Kritika Malhotra. Hello, hello. I am well. I hope you are well. And then he said, Gaurav has asked you to teach him some subject on Monday. You talked yesterday, and it sounded like he was hinting on something. You don't know. What are his thoughts or intentions? He's so confusing. You just can't figure out if he likes you or not. Your college friends confuse you even more. So, okay. You want to keep everything on secret now onwards. They're just like, yeah, it's getting out of out of your head, out of their head, out of what you think is in his head, and get into your heart. What is it that your heart wants, right? And we'll see here though. So, what are his intentions? What are his thoughts and intentions? All right. You know, well, we got the Seven of Pentacles here, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, which is taking their good old time and getting there. But Ten of Cups is they're looking at for emotional connection. I mean, ooh la la, the rainbows and this overflowing of emotion. But I don't feel like they want to rush into anything, um, you know, willy nilly. So that's why they're kind of doing things just to kind of edge in and take steps toward it, because they want to know how you feel and they're unsure. Um, and are you confused on how how you are feeling? Do you like him or not? Right? If you do, and they're single, right? Um, you're like, yeah, why not? Um, take a step of you don't have to say I love you, you can just say, um, you know what, I like who you are, you can say stuff like that, um, but you don't have to go overboard with it either, right? I know, scary step to do, but at least you'll know and you won't waste time pining over someone if they don't feel the same, right? So you can kind of feel it out and see how it goes. But go with the flow. Don't. I feel like Spirit is saying don't rush and try to get an outcome. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the adventure. You are not defined by what someone thinks about you or relationships or anything else. You're powerful just in yourself. So enjoy your adventure. Enjoy who you are. Enjoy interactions you have. But what's the fear? What's the fear that's at the bottom of it? That's bringing up this, um, feeling. Something that you can look at there. All right. So that is what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings to you. And then Positive Mind. Hello, hello. Hey, Samya. So, how will your career be in the technical field? Do you need to face any hurdle? All right, let's take a look here. So, that's how it will be. And obstacles. you know, I you've got here the power of this is a victory card with the chariot, first of all. So a career in the technical field can be victorious. It's all about your power of choice to how victorious it is, because we are the ones that get to choose the story and the emotions, the energy, our physical actions. So, you know, the success of anything in your life is up to you. It's not just going to be given to you, and things can't just be taken away from you because you are the one that decides, this is what I want. Nothing's going to stand in your way. It's your power of choice. Any hurdles? I think it's just new education. Ace of Swords is about staying up to date, is really the only challenge. Learning new things, expanding your technical knowledge. And there's always new technology. And so staying on the cutting edge, it's almost like a doctor, staying on the up to date on all the new stuff that's coming out, how it happens, getting certifications. There's always growth in the technical field that opens up opportunities everywhere. So following your heart and seeing what you'd be interested in doing, not that you'd be like, oh God, I got to do this every day, but something that you'd enjoy working with, I feel is an important piece for that. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Right, and then Happy Pill, you want October month reading. All right, let's take a look here. So, what do they want you to know about October? All right. So, October is a month here where you have some great highs and lows, possibilities of highs and lows, because you can get caught up in expectations and then have disappointment around those things when the outside world doesn't match up to what you're expecting and wanting. But there's also the choice of choosing joy and overflowing with this great feeling that comes in here too. So, I like this because we learn so much through disappointment, right? We're taught so much growing up about how things are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be. And I love Byron Katie, who says that when our thoughts and expectations about our reality, these lose to reality, but only 100% of the time. It's like, what? Like, yeah, because if we have, reality is what is supposed to happen. And how do we know that that is what is supposed to happen? Because that's what happens. Very simple, right? When we realize everything happens on purpose for us, then we don't get caught up in going, oh, you know, well, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Well, it did turn out the way we wanted it to, just not the way we were aware of how we wanted it to. We had these preconceived old opinions that were stuffed into us growing up that, about how things are supposed to be. So I like this clarity that's coming in here for October for you, and realizing that you can kind of transform and change some things from being disappointing to being grateful, and having this power of choice that I can either choose lower vibrational story or higher vibrational story. And that's up to you. Everyone else will have their own opinion, but the one that you choose is up to you. So I like that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Happy Pill. All right. Let me just move some more of these over here. All right. And then Grace, you are up. So David's feelings for you. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So what's going inside David's heart? Of course, you know, whatever's going on inside of them has a lot to do with what they're going through. It doesn't necessarily mean what's going on with you. I mean, in regards to you specifically. But we do have the Hanged Man. So they are looking at, trying to look at things from a different perspective, and their emotions are transforming. We got the Three of Cups, which is a joy and, kind of celebration card that's coming in here. But, you know, this Three of Cups energy can be community, it can be, involving a variety of people. I don't feel like it's a third party situation necessarily here, but I feel like they're contemplating whether they want to settle down, or if they're still wanting to be a part of a group and more individuals kind of thing, which would be, they're not quite convinced whether or not they want to be like in a relationship or single, kind of thing. They're contemplating, on one hand this, but on one hand that. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And excuse me, I don't feel like they're I feel like they're like youngish, but not too young, not too old. They're just right, but they haven't. I feel like they've been in relationships before and they just felt trapped um and almost kind of like this back and forth energy. It's like when they're single, they're wanting to be in a relationship, and then when they got in a relationship, they would want to be single again. And so they go, it's like the grass is always greener, and they're tired of doing that, and so they're kind of like paused, contemplating, going, I got to get to the bottom of this. So, their feelings for you, they have emotions that are there, but I feel like just a big amount of inner reflection because they're trying to figure out what was broken before. I don't want to keep doing that. And then let's see what unfolds here. So I feel like that's what's coming in there um, right now for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. Right. And then great courts, you are up. So you go, how do you handle this weekend next week? What energy has changed for you? You went, oh, for your aunt's funeral. Oh, but I got many visions through it. Oh, okay. Any clarity would be super helpful. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's with you. She'll be with you, next to you. All, from the moment she left her body, she's next to you, guiding you, probably contacting you, giving you all sorts of messages. So, how to handle this week and next week? What energy has changed for you? Okay. Yeah. So, you have the alchemist, which is the magician. And whatever your energy on is what grows and expands. There is this empowerment that comes with a magician when we realize that if I focus on lower vibration, I draw lower vibration and expand it in. And also if I focus on higher vibration. So it's like if I focus on the things I'm grateful for, and unconditional love and joy and laughter, that expands, right? You even have the Nine of Cups, which is basically emotion filling up from the inside and overflowing here, right? Can be dreams come true, focusing on your dreams, focusing on what you want to do, who you want to be. And I feel like that's some energy that's come in here too, is your energy. Humans, our energy just adjusts whenever we face death. We face and realize we're not going to be here forever. What am I waiting for to live my dream? To die? And there's this kind of spark that happens here with this, and I feel like that is a lot of what's coming in here, is like, what is my making sure, what is my dream come true? What is it that I want to do? How do I uniquely want to express the unconditional love in my heart with the world? And this magician is, okay, I want to activate this. I want to change this. But first, I want to make sure that this dream that I want to make plans towards and put action towards and magnify and spark, that it's really what I want. So I like that for you. I feel like a lot of clarity. I feel like you are supported. It's like almost like this is you in the middle, and here's all your spiritual support team on the other side, and your aunt is among those, and they're all supporting you towards your dream, towards what will make your heart feel full and make it feel like it's singing and dancing here. Um, so I feel like this is where the energy, it's realizing that I get to choose the story I put to anything, the emotion I choose to feel in each moment, the energy I put forward, my physical actions. And there's no right or wrong. There's just different choices with different experiences. So a lot of freedom, and I feel like your aunt, she feels kind of sassy. She's like, um, what are you worried about? Do what you want. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Let's go. You know, she's like, especially when we go to the other side, we realize how short these lifetimes as humans are compared to eternity. And we're like, come on. What are you afraid of? There's no wrong choice. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So she's very sassy kind of energy coming through to support you in this as well. So hopefully that helps, brings a little clarity there for you. Great chords. So many blessings to you. Right, and then Patricia, messages for the week. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know for the week here. All right. So it looks like there's been a lot of decisions coming up here to make with the Seven of Cups. It's like you can kind of see they're frustrated, going, "What do I choose? Everything looks so good, and there's so many options." Well, the Tower card here is going to come in and zap away some of the options here to make it more easier for you to choose. So it's like you're going to have some options or opportunities, situations that are taken out of your path for you so that it's like it makes other choices more no-brainer decisions. So just know that, this upcoming week there might be something that just kind of comes out of the blue that kind of um, remove something or options out of your life, but it's happening for you. That's the whole message of the tower. Well, one of the messages of the tower card. Everything happens on purpose for a purpose. Something's removed out of our life to make space for something that's more in alignment for it and to clear our path to be able to move toward it. Something that's more in alignment with our higher self. So the Seven of Cups represents kind of some emotional confusion, too many options, and it's like, I just don't know what to do. And like, here, let's just remove half of it. They're reminding me of like, whatever, I forget what show that was where you could call a friend or whatever, but they would, well, you could choose to eliminate half the answers. And we're like, okay, so it's among these two, kind of situation. But I feel like that's what's happening this next week. And then just to honor that, because it is happening on purpose for you. So hopefully that helps, Patricia. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then love is the most powerful force in the universe. A long but amazing screen name. So you want to know how strong is Atog's romantic feelings for you? Weak, strong, very strong? What are her recent thoughts about you? One positive, one negative. All right. So for free readings, I just pull 1 to 2 cards, so we'll see what I'm able to answer out of all of that there for you. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. Whoa. Cards are flying. All right. So let's take a look here. All right. I don't, you've got a lot of, you got Pentacles energy. You got 4 of Coins and King of Coins. And all of this is about physical outside world type of things here. So I feel like the romantic feelings are, I wouldn't say weak, but they're developing. And her recent thoughts are more, it's positive, but it's seeing you as a stable, physical stability in the outside world. Someone who really knows, how, you know, abundance and security in the outside world. And I feel like they are really looking for security in the outside world as a primary thing for them, and that love can come later. Love grows, but I feel like where they're coming from, they've had such a life of lack in the past growing up and fear of not having enough, that stability in the physical world, both home and finances and physical body and strength and all of that is important to them, and they see that in you. So that could be, the strengths that are coming in here. They see you as someone who is stable and can take care of them financially and bring that security, right? Negative, I don't really feel a negative with those cards because they're seen as the stabilities, but just kind of the thoughts about it all is that it's emotions come later, and that they're um, you know not that they're like after you for your money. This is more of an internal thing for them. I need to feel secure, and that's very attractive to them. So I don't feel like there's a negative energy there. Except maybe, we got the bottom of the deck, which is the death card, the endings and beginnings. I feel like the only thing that they might fear is that um, you might choose to end it like that. And that's a fear of theirs too, is that they're not going to have enough, and that if they do have that security, that the security is taken away, and so they have this fear that they will, you know, that you will end things, and but this has to do a lot with their own insecurities. I don't feel like they're so focused on you being, negative, and that I just feel like it's their fears that they're facing. They're really focused on their low self-esteem, their low self-love that they have. So that's kind of where it's at right now. I feel like romantic feelings just kind of seem like um, something that will grow. They can be romantic, but the real love, romantic feelings on the inside, they, you know, feel like security comes first, then love. So hopefully that helps. All right. So many blessings to you. Let me bring over the rest of these here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've just got 4, 5. So I think we've got about 6 more. So hang in there. All right. So blooming garden. When I first saw that, I must have been hungry when I first looked at it because I hadn't eaten yet. I saw blooming onion, which at a restaurant here, I think it's the Outback restaurants in the United States, they have blooming onions, which is this deep fried onion bloom. That's what I saw it as. I was like, yum. All right. So you want to know, what is Francesco thinking, feeling for you now? You've worked together online for nearly 2 years. Wow. Flirty friends. And then you walked away after seeing a behavior you didn't like, and now we're not in contact. Okay. So let's take a look here. So, what are they thinking and feeling for you? All right. So, what are they thinking here? What are they feeling? Okay. So, the thinking side of it here, I mean, they still think of you here, with the Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. There's still emotional movement that they have there for you. So they have fond memories and fond emotions for you. The Daughter of Staves, which is the Page of Wands, is about attraction and drawing. So they're still drawn to you. There's still attraction for you here. But their thoughts have to do really around here, or their feelings really come back to these thoughts of fear, the Nine of Swords, which is nightmare and insomnia type of energy. But it's a lot of fear of small t truce. And so they're really focused, I feel like, more so on, uh, you know, that self reflection, like, well, what's wrong with me? What did I do? What kind of person am I? Why are they not contacting me? Why did they walk away? You know, I feel like they're confused and they're trying to figure it out, and their mind's going crazy, thinking about, well, oh, it's this or this or this, or could it be this, or what's going on? What happened? I don't feel like they have a lot of clarity on what happened and why, but they still have attraction. They still have um, emotions for you. I don't feel like they're um, it's like they have as many expectations as you might have um, around who someone is supposed to be or should be, and so they're like, what happened? And because they're kind of just don't have like a compass like you do, like a moral compass like you do. They're more open and free flowing, I feel, and so that's why they're not, because you're like, it's almost like you're from two different planets, and they did something they didn't realize offended you, and they're just like, what happened? And it's because you guys were raised differently, you think differently, and have different standards, different expectations. And so they're more open with going, I don't know, they were there and now they're gone and they walked away and I don't know. And so they're thinking about a lot of that stuff. I feel is going on there. So that's what's coming in, Blooming Garden. Hopefully that resonates. Okay. All right. So many blessings to you. And 80s love, you are up. So you sent a pair of messages to Wesley, born in 82. We would like to know what his thoughts about your messages have been. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with Wesley. What are his thoughts about your messages? Well, they do want that one. Come on, there it goes. It's trying to run away. All right. Anything else? Okay, there it is. Thought there was one more card. All right. Yeah. So you have the Daughter of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. It's heightened emotion, which generally means joy and happiness that comes in there. And you have the Temperance card, number 14 here, which is this balance, patience, allowing things to unfold, kind of measuring and balancing things. But tempering is going back and forth between two cups, allowing things to flow and unfold slowly, and the magic happens, and eventually it can turn to gold. So I don't feel like they're in this rush to get to the end or get to some sort of outcome. I feel like they are really someone who enjoys the journey, enjoys the adventure, and they were happy about it. It brought them some good, positive, emotional vibes on it. But I feel like they're more of a let's see how things go. Let's let things unfold. Um, I don't feel like they're more of a I don't know of like living in the moment, enjoying things as they are and kind of going that route. More so than putting a lot of overthinking and different things into that, if that makes sense. So it feels positive. But it's slow moving, which may not feel positive, but that's what I feel is coming in for you, right? So that's what they have for you, 80s love. So many blessings to you. And then Ashvin Ray, any love interest coming towards you. So based on current energies, any love interest coming your way. All right. Well, it does look like here there's some new passion coming your way here with the Page of Wands here. And the Two of Staves does tell me like the speed at which it comes in depends on where you're focusing your energy. I know we probably talked about that before about whatever we focus on with our energy is what grows and expands. And if I focus on what I'm wanting or needing, then I actually push it away. My energy pushes it away because my energy is telling the universe I enjoy wanting. So they're like, oh, well, I can't give you what you're wanting because then you stop wanting. So we keep you wanting because that's what you're telling me you enjoy. Instead, we, can say, all right, creator, I would like love in a relationship in my life. So I'm asking you to, show me what I need to do. What can I work on? I trust that you're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. In the meantime, what can I do? I'm grateful for these things that I've had in my past in relationships. So it's focusing on that type of energy is what can draw love towards us. And, we can speed things up by focusing on raising our own love vibration, our own self worth, right? So it's all about focusing on that, because we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So it's a win win this way. And that also creates a win win this way, because the more I can love myself, the more I can give and receive love to the humans too. And higher vibration speeds things up too. So I feel like that's a big piece of what they're wanting you to know right now, Ashwin. So hopefully that makes sense, but that's what they have. So many blessings. And then Magana, hi, hi. Anything or anyone significant coming towards you in the last 3 months of 2024. Yeah, I can't believe it's almost the end of the year already either. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. All right, let's take a look here. All right, well, let's see. What is this coming in here? All right. Yeah, you do have some bright, shiny things coming your way here with the Sun card and the Eight of Staves, the Eight of Wands is it's coming in fast and furious too, out of nowhere. So I feel like you're about to have a lot of energy, a lot of movement, a lot of activity that does come in here for you. It is significant with the Sun card being here. So there's inner child work that helps release things, but I just feel like overall here there is this positive movement and flooding of stuff, but I just feel like, like the little eight flames that are coming here, there's like eight significant, ranging in significance, right? There could be significant and way significant, but I feel like there's eight things like, that happen during this time where out of nowhere, these little gifts, these little things happen that just make this last 3 months feel like this year's been worth it. I know it kind of feels like I put in so much work and gone through so much, done so much inner work and shadow work and different things like that that you're like, I'm tired. I'm ready for some reward. And I feel like out of the blue, you just start getting all these wonderful things start clicking here. I was almost thinking like it's like 2 each month. They're like, "That's only 6." Well, okay, you're getting 2 each month, and then there's 2 bonuses that happen somewhere in between that, but definitely 2 things in October, 2 things November, 2 things December, and then a rogue one here and a rogue one there. So, I like that for you, Magana. Yeehaw! I know it's about time, right? All right. So many blessings to you. And then Moonlight 5. Hello, hello. Yeah, having a good Sunday. Hope you had a good Sunday too. Not a tired one like yours. Smells like snow outside. I love snow. Yeah, you're like it's too early, but I would be okay with snow. We usually get our first snow here around Halloween, so we're close, a few weeks away. But you want to know today what to expect for the coming week. All right. So, what to expect? What would Spirit like you to know about the coming week here? So, I'll just take a quick sip here. All right. So, you've got here this the sun card is brightness shining on every light of every corner of your life. So, and with the Sun of Coins, which is the Knight of Pentacles, it's normally slowest moving night, but just with both of these together, it feels like it's you've been waiting for a harvest. You've been waiting for some reward to come in, and I feel like there is this feeling of abundance and brightness that comes in this week. So some stuff that you've been waiting for to come to fruition or to move forward, it's like here's the harvest. Here's the harvest season and you're beginning to bring in the harvest the fruits of your labor are coming to pass. So whatever you've been feeling like you've been putting in a lot of blood and sweat and tears, here comes the reward. It's like you get to see the first fruits on the fruit tree that you've been growing for years, whatever. Like, oh, look at here it is. And then the next day, boom, here's 3 more. And then the next day, boom, there's 4. It's like a tomato plant sometimes. If you ever grow tomatoes, you're like, look, they're all green, they're all green, they're all green. I don't see any ripe tomatoes. You go to bed, you wake up, there's 3. You're like, where did that come from? All right. And then later in the day, there's another one. You're like, oh, I didn't see that one, or did it ripen? But it's like progression. It just starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger harvest, but it starts here with this coming week. And I feel like through October, November, that it just keeps getting more and more abundance that comes in for you. So that is what is coming in for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then lastly, but not leastly, we got Tortoise Love. So hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Um, but we'll, after I'm done here in a moment, I will post a comment listing the order which all the readings were completed so you can find yours more quickly. So Tortoise Love, nice to see you too. You'd like an important message from your guides about Jay. All right, let's see. What do they want you to know about Jay? All right. Okay. You know, there is this balancing with this Two of Coins, the cycle that's happening here. And I feel like, you know, it feels like they come close, they move away, they come close, they move away, they come close, they move away. It's kind of like there's the cycle of closeness and then and movement away. And I feel like with this Ace of Swords, you're going to get some capital T truths and some clarity around why they do that. And it's it's not about you. This has to do about their own fears, their own insecurities. So this ebb and flow of what they share and how they share it is all about what's going on inside their world. It nothing to do with you. It's old ways of thinking that they grew up with for years and years and years, emotions that they've been carrying around for years and years and years, other experiences that reinforce those things that they had before they met you, and now that there's this, they're realizing that you're different, and and they're realizing the cycle that's happening. And it could be, maybe, are you mentioning it to them? But there's like, they're realizing, oh, I do this, and why do I do this? And they're trying to understand it. But I feel like, um, as you guys open up more and more to each other, I feel like you'll understand the things that cause them to be cautious, and that mistrust isn't about mistrusting you, but that they have this mistrust of everyone that goes back to mistrust of important people in their life when they were younger. And you're like, oh, okay, so this is why you have these walls. This is why you, like a little scared rabbit, scurry up, and then you make a sudden movement and they scurry away, and they come in closer and then scurry away, and you're like, oh my god. But just knowing that it's not about you, and it's not personal. This is all about um, cycles and habits of what they were taught and how they grew up. So hopefully that makes sense, Tortoise Love. But that's what they have for you right now. Right, so many blessings to you. All right, and then that is it. So we'll be ending the session here. Thank you guys again so much for all your patience in getting to your readings. I'll be back Friday night for my next free readings. I am on Friday and Saturday night, Saturday and Sunday mornings for free readings. If you're interested, I also have Wednesday nights, all my YouTube monthly channel members. We have a 2-hour session. That's for Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis level. Zen Cricket's $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month, but Praying Mantis, you also get a Thursday night for 2 hours, then an hour after my Friday and Saturday and Sunday session, Friday, Saturday night session, and my Sunday afternoon session, hour after each one of those two. We pull oracle cards, tarot readings, past life readings, whatever we're wanting to do during those sessions. So if you're interested, there's a link down below, it talks about that. And I also offer personal readings of all kinds and some other services. That's also linked there if you're wanting something before Friday. All right. So I think that's everything. So can't believe it's Sunday late afternoon already. So enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. Until I see you again, remember, every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon, and much love. Take care.